Right, we are back for another video on Canva apps. In this one, it's a bit of a special one because there are three different apps that are similar, but they do different things, and I wanted to show you all three. So I'm going to head over to my Canva dashboard and I'm going to show you the very first one. Right, on the Canva dashboard, if you go over to the app section on the left-hand side and we type in Wave, we have got Wave Generator and Waves. There are two different apps. I'm going to show you them both. Wave Generator, we are going to start with this one here, Wave Generator Craft Random Waves with Ease. I like this one. It's a fun one. I'm going to use it in a new design on an Instagram post template. Now it will come up on the left-hand side with all the information for this particular app. And we can now see what we are going to be adding. So this is our wave. We have a curvy colored line here, and we have shapes here. So we can have it curved. You can have it more like sort of triangle points or square. And then you have your wave line here. Now, if I click this line and take little bits away, the wave gets bigger and bigger. You get more points in it. I'm going to go with this curve here. Add wave to design. I'm going to click my wave. And now I have got this wave on my design. I can use this as a border at the bottom. If I duplicate it, rotate it to 180 degrees, and add it to the top. I've added it at the top and at the bottom of my template, so I can now add some information in the middle. I can color coordinate this to my brand. You can do lots of things with it. I can also duplicate this and I can change the color as well. If I then position it to the back, you then start to have different waves. You can build up a background using these waves in your design. If you want something completely different, click randomize and it will just generate lots of different styles of waves for you. If we add these dots back in, some of the waves, the curves start to disappear and they become more like a wave than a rolling sea. I can add this one to my design, and now I've got another one which is just a little more calmer that I can now use in my design. If I wanted to use it about here and have this bit colored as well, I can add a rectangle and just add a rectangle to the bottom of the design and then color it the same as my wave, and then I've got a bigger, blockier wave. So this can be used in various different ways. I would love to see how you use it. It's called the Wave Generator and it's in the Canva app section in Canva. The next one I wanted to show you, again in the app section, is one called Waves. So we've just looked at Wave Generator. Now Waves also helps you create custom waves and designs for your templates. I'm going to go for Instagram post again, and I'm just going to show you this one because they are slightly different. On the left hand side, I have my information appear. This gives me a little bit more control over my wave, so I can have peaks, curves, or steps. I like the curves. Then I have an aspect ratio, so I can change the sizing of the wave as well. 1:1, 4:3, and 16:19. Let's go for 4:3. We'll stick in the middle. The complexity. So I can have it more complex or less complex, which basically is the smoothness of the wave. So say a 4 is just a gentle curve, 10 is like a really choppy C. The wave height, so I can change the heights of my waves as well until I get to one I like. I like that one. And then it gives me the option to generate this and add it to my design. If I click generate, it will give me, you can see them up there, lots of different options that I can use. So if I find one, I think, oh, yeah, I like that. That's a really good shape. I want to use that in my design. I then click add to design and it's put it in for me. See, I like this one because I can use this, drag out my little white dots. I like that one. I think that will work well in a template because you're halving the color with a nice gentle curve as well within the template. So you can change a little bit more on waves than you can wave generator, which is why I like this one. I think this is a good one. This is my go-to when I want to create a different shape in Canva and use it on my templates. Now, lastly, there was another one I wanted to show you. It's not waves. Click on apps and we type in blobs. Okay. So it's similar, but it's not waves, it's blobs. So it's still a shape. We click on blobs, using a new design. Let's go for old Instagram again. And so on my left-hand side, it is now going to bring up a little bit of information for me to create my blob. It's not, it doesn't give you a lot. You don't have a lot to play with. You literally have a generate button and you can just go through until you find a blob that you like. So don't take too much notice of the colors at this point. Let's say we like this one. I'm going to add it to my design. And I've now got, looks a bit like an egg. I've now got this yellow blob, but I can change the colors because it's an element and not an image. So that's why I said don't worry too much about the color when you are going through your generate, because you can just change the color as you go. So let's say I like that one as well. We can add a nice blob over here. I can change the color to one of my branding colors. I can click generate to continue going through. I can add another one. Let's add a big blob down here, and I can change the color for that as well. So you can then start to build yourself a design with different shape blobs very, very easily. You can find blobs in the element section, but you've got to search for them and look through them. With this, you're just pressing generate until you can find a nice blob that you can use. So there's 3 different ways of generating different shapes for your designs. We had the wave generator, waves, and blobs. I really hope you've enjoyed this. I really hope that you're taking something away that you may not have known before, and that you're having fun creating templates and designs in Canva using all sorts of different apps.